Good afternoon. I'm here to bring awareness to the problems our kids with disabilities face in our school system. I am the mother of a child with disabilities who's had issues within our school system. It has always been an uphill battle when it comes to fighting for the rights of these kids in our school system. We as parents must make sure they are afforded every opportunity as their classmates. If our kids have to be in inclusive classrooms, we have to make sure they have the tools that are needed. When introducing new curriculum, you also have to make sure that there are no obstacles in their way. The most important thing to do is to have teachers who are fully prepared for these issues. The first thing I would like to speak on is inclusive classrooms being equipped. Inclusive classrooms should have all accessible learning tools for kids to use. Just for an example, if you have a visual impaired student, which you know visual impaired students use alternative style books and the best thing to do is to make sure that they have their books at the same time as their classmates. Then you have the mainstream support. An example of this is where you have teachers' aides who sit in the classrooms to help the kids with their work while the teacher is working with another student. Then I would like to speak to you about new curriculum without issues. New curriculum is being introduced in our school systems every year. One that has come into place is Common Core. The best way to deal with this type of situation would be to have accessible testing that is afforded for them to use. One testing that is being formulated is universal testing. It is a testing that would be used to help make testing like in standard form. Then all educational software should be limitless. An example of this would be interactive software, where say if a kid has a disability where it's not like computer wise, they'll be able to use it like in an interactive setting. Then let's talk about the most important thing would be the unprepared teachers. It is a must that we hire qualified teachers to deal with this type of situation. As stated, according to the ARC, there are actually 40,000 unqualified teachers. It is totally a must that we have qualified teachers to deal with these type of situations. Then you have where teachers are not following the plan set in place. The plan that I'm speaking of is IEP. An IEP is a structural plan that's set in place for a child to reach certain goals. An example of this situation that is happening is a story was published in an article in Canada where a student who had a learning disability and had a plan set in place where certain accommodations were supposed to be followed. And what happened was the teacher did not follow the plan at all. The child had a learning disability where he had trouble reading. And what the teacher would do is she would make him read aloud, and it made the child very embarrassed because he was just real embarrassed about the situation. So it is a must that the teachers follow these type of plans so that the student won't be uncomfortable in a regular setting of a classroom. So in my conclusion, I would like to say that in regards to educational issues the kids with disabilities face in our school system, it should not be out of control. They should be placed in classrooms that are suitable for everyone to learn. When new curriculum is being introduced, they should have the tools to stay on track as their counterparts. There should be more teachers qualified and trained to teach in these type of settings, and to make sure that students' goals are being met. So as parents of kids with disabilities, you have to make sure that they are getting the best education as possible. You also have to make sure they are afforded every opportunity as kids without disabilities. So I urge you to become an advocate for these kids in our school system today. Thank you. All right,
Oh no, what I'm doing?
stop it.
Just press the middle button.